I want to start off, pass the Save America Act. If you're a Democrat, if you're a Democrat senator, or anyone that can vote for the Save America Act, vote for it. Let it pass. Now, I know you think you're giving Trump a win, but you're not. Um, it'll be like everything else Trump has done, a failure on its face. And the reason it'll be a failure on its face is because the Save America Act requires you to prove citizenship when you go to vote. And the majority of the Republicans from the rural states don't have that. They don't have a passport. A lot of them don't have a birth certificate. So, birth certificate doesn't have a picture on it. So, I don't know that would qualify or why it would. Uh, so, I think to not let it pass is to shoot yourself in the foot. Let it pass. You'll be giving the Democrats a win. The Democrats will win. The Republicans will not be able to vote. And now I know when there's a low voter turnout, the Republicans usually win. But when the turnout is low because they don't qualify to vote, then the Democrats win. So, and that's what you'll be creating. Uh, and I don't see Republicans going out and spending the money to get a passport they're never going to use except to vote. One thing Republicans are, and we all know, they are cheap as hell. And they're not going to waste their money to get a passport. And it would be a passport for them, it would be a passport for their wife or their kids. And you're talking at least $100 a passport. So that adds up. And to spend that money so you can vote and only vote, I don't see it happening. Now, Democrats, they tend to have more money and tend to travel. So they already have the passport. And I see it's a win-win for the Democrats. And I think if you find that you send the message that the Democrats want to pass the Save America Act, the Republicans will stop pushing it and the Republicans will let it die. They won't support it. And I think a lot of them don't support it now for the reasons I stated. But if the Democrats get behind it and pass it, and regardless of the Republicans that don't want to vote for it, and it passes anyway, it's going to hurt the Republicans. It's not going to hurt the Democrats. So I would say pass the Save America Act. Give him what he wants. And like I said on an earlier video, you should always give him everything he wants because the backlash is going to be tremendous. It's going to be like whiplash. you know, I mean, the immigrants are going to get amnesty now that he's done what he's done. So that's going to be the next thing. We're going to have universal health care because of what he's done. And a lot of what they're doing, and they know it. The Republicans know it. That's why a lot of what they're doing is setting things up in a way that makes it very difficult for the Democrats to just turn it off. They. But difficult does not mean impossible. And when you see the ramifications of the big beautiful bill, which don't come into effect until 2027 after the midterms, which was done on purpose. And once those effects go into effect, and the poor people are now without health insurance, and the middle class is without health insurance, and there is no SNAP benefits, and there is no Medicaid, well, I think the backlash is going to be swift. And I don't have much faith in Democratic Congress impeaching Trump because they only tried it 3 times already and failed. So I don't see that happening. I see the Republicans trying to knock him out with the 24th Amendment or 25th Amendment. I'm not sure which one it is. I think it's the 25th Amendment, where he's incompetent to stand as a sitting president, and because of his mental health or his physical health, whatever they'll use. I think it'll be mental health because he's mental anyway. So I think the Republicans are going to get rid of him so they can instill someone that they want to run in 2028. So, and we'll have more of a chance of winning because Trump's a lame duck. He can't run again. And anybody they put in place of him can run again. And if they were successful, he would have 10 years possible as president, which would be to the Republicans' glory. But it won't happen. And if you pass the Save America Act, it definitely won't happen. So pass the act, pass it, and it won't be the first time Trump did something stupid. Like the Iran war, like everything else he's done. I don't know anything that he's done that's been smart. And I think the the Trump dollars that he's giving the the new babies of America, the $1,000 in funds, was just an homage to the stock market because now the stock market has all these accounts they have to manage, and they make money on managing those accounts. So I think that was just a payoff, and it had very little, if anything, at all, to do with giving children $1,000. I think it's just a scam and a way to put Trump's name on something else, and he'll let him take credit for when a kid grows up, he'll 20 years from now they'll say, "I have Trump dollars," and Trump just eats that up. Trump loves that, you know, and in 20 years we don't know what that kid will have. He might have a bill instead of a deposit. So it's just, and knowing Trump, it'll be a bill. Because everything he does is a scam. Every company, everything he's ever done is a scam. He's a grifter in chief, and that's what he does. He's a grifter. Uh, so I would say pass the act, pass the Save America Act, and you will literally be saving America. It's ironic the name of the act is what it does. It saves America. And I'd say go for it. Go for it because you have nothing to lose. You have nothing to lose.